Welcome to this week's legislative report. The final public hearings on new bills were held this week. When the legislature reconvenes on Tuesday, they'll begin full days of floor debate. With only 24 legislative days remaining in this session, Speaker Mike Hilgers told senators to plan to work until 7:30 or 8 p.m. on most of those nights. At least 8 of those days will focus on the expenditure of ARPA funds and the state's budget, which got a boost this week from increased revenue projections by the Nebraska Economic Forecasting Advisory Board. In an effort to advance non-controversial bills, this week started with debate on consent calendar bills at all 3 stages of debate, and then moved on to priority bills. Here are some of the bills that would affect counties that were advanced this week from general file, which is the first round of debate. LB 75 would clarify the process for determining what to do with a township library when residents of a county have voted to change from a supervisor form of government to a commissioner form. LB 75 would require the county board to hold a public hearing and determine whether the township library should be disposed of, merge with another library, or continue operations. LB 1178 would allow judges to request that their residential addresses be protected in records maintained by county assessors and registers of deeds. The process would mirror the one used to prevent online disclosures of law enforcement officers' residential addresses. LB 805 would appropriate $3 million in funding for riparian noxious weed management and expand the area in which unwanted invasive vegetation could be removed. LB 712, which would change notice provisions of the Black-tailed Prairie Dog Management Act, was amended into the bill. LB 840 would increase the maximum amount that could be charged for legal publications in newspapers for the first time since 1995. The bill would also require legal notices that must be published for a specified number of days or weeks to be posted by the newspaper on a statewide website established for such purposes by a majority of Nebraska newspapers. LB 1273 would create an income tax deduction for retired law enforcement officers for health insurance premiums. A committee amendment was adopted based on LB 1272 that would increase the rate of tuition waivers for law enforcement officers at state colleges, universities, or community colleges. When the legislature reconvenes on Tuesday, they'll begin debate with consent calendar bills. On Tuesday afternoon, the body will take up a motion by Senator Tom Brewer to pull LB 773 from the Judiciary Committee to the floor for debate by the full legislature. The bill would allow concealed carry of weapons without a handgun permit. If the motion is successful, the bill will be debated on Thursday.